Hey, how are we doing today, guys? Welcome in here to the Back Nine, sponsored by Pub Sports Radio. We're here with a special guest. This is him, TJ, live on the screen. What's going on, TJ?
What's going on, Gogster? Thanks for having me on. Look forward to chatting it up a little.
Let's do it, my guy. If there's any issues, guys, with our connection, unfortunately, I got a new laptop here. We're hoping for the best, but if it does go south there, TJ is going to take over for the rest of the show, and who's able to jump on. So enough of the banter there. Let's get right into it, my guys. We're looking at the Tokyo Olympics here. The format's going to be the same as the PGA, except there's no cut from what I'm seeing, TJ. Could be groups of 3, groups of 2, depending on what the weather conditions are going to be. The course is going to be 7,400 yards, guys, kind of like what we were saying on Monday. Par 71, Fazio design. It's a lot of tree line. Right away, first thing I noticed was tree line everywhere. So look for guys that are liking to shape the ball, guys that are able to hit out of the trees, because if you're going left or right, it's not like you can hit on another hole here. You're going to be in behind some tree trouble here. So this is going to be an interesting course, guys. Not much research or background info we can look at on this course, but still going to be a really fun track to go at. Morikawa is the favored at 7-1. Xander was 9-1. Thomas 10. Rory 11. Matsuyama 12. And Hovland was at 14-1. And that last I checked, he's down to 12-1 as well. So definitely some guys in the mix here. Some top heavy guys. Casey Reed and some others that we'll be talking about as well. TJ, let's get right into some of your guys here. Who are you looking at for this Olympics? Who's some of the guys on your outrights?
Yeah, so I may be going a little abnormal from what I normally do here. I really hate betting the favorite. If I'm going to throw something on an outright, I want to look at 20 to 1 or above. But something to consider here is in this field, we really have 20, maybe 25 being generous guys that realistically have a chance to win. A normal PGA Tour event, we're looking at probably half the field, if not more, has a legit shot to win. So when you consider Morikawa at 7-1, I think there is value there. I have him ranked number 1 in almost every metric that I deem important for this course. Now, like we don't have a lot of history here. We don't have any. We have some flyovers, but accuracy.
A lot of eye test, A lot of eye test going on from this course, right? You just
who knows? I mean, after round 1, probably in-round betting is going to be the more profitable way to go here, and we're just kind of taking stabs beforehand. But I was able to find Colin Morikawa at almost plus 800 on Bookmaker. So if you shop around, guys, always shop around on your golf lines, and you should be able to do a little better. I
was just going to say I like that Morikawa play, guys. There's 4 statistics I'm really focusing on here. 1 is 3-putt avoidance, 2 driving accuracy, 3 scrambling from the sand, and 4 proximity from the rough to the hole. And Morikawa, guys, he's right up there. Only issue he might have would be scrambling from the sand and the rough, but you can't take anything away from how he's been playing. 2 majors in his last 5 attempts, I think, something like that. TJ 8.
Yeah, he's got 2 majors already. He's got 5 total wins on tour, like $14 million in earnings.
And that's since 2019 when he jumped in the Canadian Open to have his debut. So this guy's in 2 years, he's done absolute work on this field. So, and you don't have the bombers, TJ? You don't have DeChambeau, no Koepka, DJ. You don't have a lot of these. Rahm just backed out. So it's a field where, take advantage of his iron play. I know he grew up on a par 3, so he's 8-1. One of the guys here I'm going to jump in with is I was looking at Xander, guys. It's not one of the ones I played, but he's going to be in one of my matchups. In a matchup there, I actually do have him against Morikawa. I might as well get that out of the way right now. I'm not taking Xander straight up just at 8-9-1. I can't do it just because of all the other guys I have along with him. If I throw him in there at 9-1, I just can't take as many guys on the outright. So I took him off, but I did throw 2 units on Xander over Morikawa, guys. So the way Xander plays here, he loves these type of tracks. Look at the Masters. If you look at this course and you look at the Masters, I thought TJ was very similar. And we all saw how close Xander was in the Masters there. Went in the water on number 16, I believe, there, and cost the tournament. But if I look at what he's done here on my course comparisons, Xander, Riviera is a close comparison. T5, CJ Cup, he was second. Zozo, when it was in Japan, he was T10. And like I said, Masters this year, T3. So Xander's, he's been right there. So
and more. Sorry to interrupt there, Gogster, but a lot of his wins do come from smaller field events. He There's something about a no-cut event that some of the guys excel in. JT's one of them also.
Yeah.
9 of his 14 wins are at no-cut. And Xander's always in good form, 25th, 10th, 7th, 11th his last few times out. He ranks out 5th in my stat model. I have no problem against picking Xander there.
Yeah, and I got it at plus 100 too. I noticed it's down to minus 108 now in that matchup bet. So some monies came in on Xander there in the head-to-head. That's at Pinnacle. Just the way Xander plays, you don't have those heavy hitters, those big beasts with those top 5 guys who were saying that are really deep, and DeChambeau, Rom, Koepka, so on and so forth. So Xander, going up against Morikawa, JT, Rory, he's got a hell of a chance here. And he won in 2019 too at the World Golf Championship there in China back in 2019. So he's definitely won overseas as well. Look out for Xander. I got him 2 units, guys. That was at now at minus 108 at Pinnacle over Morikawa.
Right on. I'm also big on Hideki this week. Don't love the odds, but you can find him out there at 14 to 1. Again, Hideki grew up out here. Obviously, there's going to be a ton of pressure on him. Some players excel under pressure. We just saw him win the Masters, so he can handle it.
Very similar track too.
Yeah, he has won on this course twice. Now it was the West course. They're playing the East, but you're going to get similar. You're going to get the Zoysia grass, bent grass greens, very similar conditions.
Same terrain, yeah.
Yeah, one thing they did here is Fazio came in 5 years ago, and there used to be in Japan, they play with 2 greens on most holes. They play 1 green in, I guess, the winter, fall, another green in the summer, spring. And so what they did, they came in here and combined those. So you have huge greens, but a lot of undulations like the Masters. I know you were talking about that on your Monday show. So I would expect Hideki, who's not normally a great putter, on slower greens. And we are going to get some thunderstorms probably tonight and tomorrow. So that will slow this down a lot. And it's going to help neutralize the putting game for guys that are typically shaky, which is why I lean. And you can find out Connors, for your Canadians out there, I think Connors has a legitimate shot to win. I'm not normally a big Connors guy because his short game kills him. But out here, short game, it's hard to tell. Sand play is going to matter, but around the green play, with the green so big, if Connors is on with his irons, he's going to be contending in the top 3. So I like that play.
100%. I like that look. Yeah, just like you're saying, the weather is going to come into the factor here. It's 7,400, so we'll be playing a little bit deeper. And if you're looking at putting, I have this breakdown here. Sorry, guys, so many notes. Let's just get to it here. Three putt avoidance. I still think it's going to be big there, TJ, just because these greens are so damn big. If these pins play, if these pins are back left, if they're tucked, and guys are trying to go for them too, that's when you might start seeing a lot more around the green as the pins get tougher, because as these greens are like turtle greens, right? They're kind of elevated, so everything slopes off the greens too. So it's going to get, as the pins get tougher, it's going to see a lot more chipping, a lot more short game, I think, as the tournament goes on. But yeah, with Connors, if he's straight, guys, if you're avoiding these greenside bunkers, even fairway bunkers, because Fazio, they place these very strategically, and there's at least, 4 or 5 bunkers on every hole, it looks like. So tree line as well. I don't mind Connors. It's just going to be, can his putter avoid those 3 putts? But I do actually have him on my outrights. He's on the outrights there. We'll get to the outrights in a second. But would you have anything on Matsuyama there, TJ? I know you brought up Matsuyama.
Yeah, I do. I just have an outright on him at 14 to 1. I posted earlier 12 to 1, but I was able to find out 14. One thing I did fail to mention that it was in my notes. If you want to bet Colin, I would highly recommend waiting. A lot of times with favorites, if they have a late tee time, guys, somebody's going to go off early and post a score. And by the time Morikawa tees up 3 hours after they did, someone's already 5 under. His odds are going to go up just a little bit. They're not going to go down. They're not going to get any worse. So just a golf hint in general, if you're betting favorites and they tee off in the afternoon, wait to bet them if your site does live betting. Yeah,
that is true. You won't get a lot, because I remember seeing that with Rahm. I remember Rahm he hadn't gone off yet, and he was like 7 to 1 or 8 to 1 at the US, and he was still 8.5. You'll get a bit. Definitely, TJ's right. If you wait a bit and guys are in their late tee times and someone goes low, especially a big name, then you can get that favorite at a better number. So that's a great point there as well. Let's start getting into the outrights there. I know TJ brought up one in Morikawa. I'll start off the card with my first one here. I'm the number 1 fan supporter in probably the whole world for this guy. I might be part Mexican, I don't know, but Abraham Ancer, guys, if you follow me on Twitter, guys, I nothing bad to say about this guy. I'm like his cousin or something, but everything he does is perfect here. His driving accuracy 2nd, 3-putt avoidance is 49th. Scrambling in the sand, 57th. And then proximity from the rough is 41st. He loves to he thrives, guys, in these tighter conditions. Tree line where there's not as much wind's going to come into play, tighter fairways. Only thing with Answer would be the way he's been playing the last couple rounds there. Last couple games from Answer TGI, he's been a little bit shaky, but you look at what the guy's done. He's a top 20 machine. I bet him to win at 22-1, and I also took him top 10 here at what is it here, guys? Just one sec. Sorry about that. Got so many notes. Top 10 at plus 131. That's at Pinnacle. Pinnacle, too. I don't know if you guys know, TJ. I don't know if you got to agree with this, but Pinnacle, for me, have the best top 20s, top 10s from any book I've found.
Unfortunately, being in the States, I can't do Pinnacle. But just a little trick out there, guys. Bovada, and I don't know if Pinnacle does ties paid in full. Your top 10s, 20s, and 5s. Bovada, I think it's Bodog up there for you guys.
Yeah.
They pay out ties in full, and they have for a few years.
I know.
That's a big deal depending on how much money you're betting and what odds you're getting.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. I do like Answer. He's ranked 3rd in my model. I mean, he's up there. I just couldn't fit him in with Colin and Decky already. I do have a matchup with him over Reed at -1.
I'll get right to that. But I actually took Paul Casey out. I had Answer in Paul Casey originally, but the more I dove into Paul Casey's numbers here, where are we here? God, these notes. Sorry, guys. His scrambling from the sand is, where are we here? Casey, 187th. His driving accuracy, 81st, not bad. 3-putt avoidance, 155th. Just from the factors that I'm looking at here, guys, Casey he travels well. If you look at what he's been doing, he's been playing great golf, but I don't think this is the right track for him. I really don't. He hasn't had that great of results at the Masters either. Zozo, in 2019, he was T17, but other than that, he doesn't check off a lot of boxes. So I got Abraham Answer in there, and I actually switched. I had Reed too. I was going to fade Reed. I still want to fade Reed just from the golf he's been doing, from going from England guys all the way to Minnesota and now all the way to Japan. But the thing is, this golf course is like the Masters, and he loves playing those type of courses. So I couldn't fade Reed. Instead, I figured a guy that I really like to fade here, and that's Shane Lowry. Shane Lowry, just looking at his stats here, guys, he's 192nd in 3-putts. He's 109th in driving accuracy, 118th in sand scrambling, and 200th in proximity to the hole from the rough. So he's not even in the top 100 in any of those stats. It's not something I like to see. So I went heavy in this one, guys. I went 2 units on Answer over Lowry, and I also threw my guy with the mullet, Cameron Smith, over Lowry as well. That's at -119 and -113 at Pinnacle, guys. I just think Lowry, he might not even, there's no cut, but he's going to have a rough time, I think, at this track. And look for guys like Answer and Smith, scramble game, great around the greens. They should, I think that's money in the bank, guys. That's my favorite matchups of the whole tournament.
So this is why golf betting's so fun. Because based on how you handicap the course, you're going to get different results in your models or however you're building your stats. And I actually have Lowry ranked pretty high here.
Here we go.
Yeah, I have him on 5th in approach the last 24 rounds, 13th off the tee. He's 6th in greens and regulation. He does suck at putting. I am just hoping that Team No Putt can come through here. I have my biggest bet of the tournament on 3 units on Lowry in round 1 over Reed. And so I'm fading Reed in round 1 because he just got off that flight a few hours ago. He hasn't played the course, guys. This is not what PGA pros are used to. All right, they get there Monday. Their caddies go out. They get all the yardages. Reed and his caddy got there last night.
So not just that. This is like the Masters too. Think of how these greens and how the undulations are and stuff. You got to come out there and you got to know where to hit the ball, where to be, because he's going to learn on the fly. So I do like that look with Lowry over Reed. Just from what
round 1,
just round 1. Lowry isn't playing bad, but looking at just the stats from what I'm seeing, and I could see him scrambling all over the place. I'm not even high on Rory on Team Ireland in general. I just think when I originally, guys, I had exactly what TJ had with Answer over Reed, and I had Smith over Reed, but something kept me off it just from what I've seen from Reed and how he's been playing in his short game. And
No,
if it's on, then
I think that's wise. I mean, I'm a big fan of him round one. I wouldn't probably do that going forward because I think
learn the
he will
track,
get it figured out.
Yeah.
Max on record down here asked about Casey versus JT round one, and I actually, when you started talking about Casey, I got a little nervous there. I actually have a bet on Casey round one over JT at even money.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that.
I just think JT's been spraying it, man, and if he gets into these trees, he could get into some trouble. I'd love to see JT bring home the gold for the States, but
his mental's not there right now. This is
his
probably the worst.
Form isn't good.
Yeah, this is the worst I've seen JT in the last 5 years. So I think ever since his grandfather died too, I've been saying he hasn't really been the same. I don't know if it's his mental or what. It's definitely his mental game. It kind of reminds me when Spieth went through that battle. JT's kind of still figuring it out, and he's really bad off the tee right now. He's spraying everything like TJ's saying. So you're not going to be able to scramble.
Trees here, he's going to have to punch out. And now he's was the best iron player in the world for the last 3 years. So can he light this thing up? Yeah, he can. If he gets a driver in the fairway, but you got to make stands. So
absolutely. I'll jump into my next out right here, guys. We're looking at, where are we here? Goddamn notes, I tell you. Cameron Smith. Let's do it. Let's get to Mr. Aussie there. AUS on the side of his head. Looks like Joe Dirt on a good day. Cameron Smith, guys, if you look at what he's been doing in his career, ever since he's got this do going, he plays really good at tough tracks. He scrambles unbelievably, especially at the Masters. Thrown behind a tree, the guy's going to make a crazy par. His putting, his 3-putt avoidance here is
excellent.
It's excellent. It's eighth. That's out of 200 and somewhat guys. He's really good at scrambling. His driving accuracy is the issue. 129th, but his sand scrambling, TJ's 11th, and then his proximity from the hole, from the rough, it's 110. But he's so good around the greens, guys. And with these undulations and stuff, you got to have a lot of confidence in your short game. When you're getting bunkers, deep bunkers too. We didn't talk about how deep these bunkers are. They're not super deep, but they're definitely enough for you. You're going to need to have a strong sand game because there's, like I said, 4 or 5 on each hole. Cameron Smith, he checks the boxes at 25-1. And like we said, I got him in a two unit matchup play over Shane Lowry.
Yeah, he worries me. If this plays out opposite of how I think it's going to play out, he's definitely in contention to win. So I have him marked as if he has a good day 1 and 2, then my model's jacked up.
Yeah, and one more thing. Sorry, TJ's one of my guys, Dubsy, there, one of the caddies there in the LPGA. He's over there right now in the Olympics. So he said that. Oh God, brain fart. Worst time for a brain fart, eh? He said that. Sorry, go on, TJ. I got a brain fart coming in right now.
No worries. I'll jump into my next outright. And it's my last one. I only have 4 for this one, guys. It's a long shot. Mito Pereira, young guy. Chilean. He a little concerning. He did play last week at the 3M, but he knew he was playing in the Olympics. He's going to come over, and you kind of got to have a long shot out here. Get him at 100-1. I like. Let's see. What are my notes? He did win 3 times on the Korn Ferry Tour, and that's what promoted him to the PGA this year. Winning 3 times on any tour is hard. You got to have that killer instinct, and you got to be able to close. So I also took him top 10 at 4-1. I have him top 20 at +110. That's all I got on him. So
so what I was saying, my one friend Dubsy there, caddy, he was telling us certain guys actually stayed at the golf course. Like there's a little area to actually stay at the course. And that was Team America, Team USA, and I believe Team Canada. Those 3 countries are all staying there. Well, England, Great Britain, Mexico, all these other countries, they actually have to travel, I believe, TJ. It's like an hour and a half to the golf course. So it's a bit of a distance travel. And like we said, these guys are able to stay there. You just know they're going to get way more practice and they're going to have a better feel. So that's one thing to keep in mind. They're not going to have as much travel time going back and forth from the Olympic Village. They're actually staying at the golf course. They had the option. And
that's some good inside info there. USA,
Canada, and Australia. So that's why I have Cameron Smith. Xander does kind of worry me. But I think he's going to be making the travel, but I still think he's got a great shot. But Cameron Smith, 25-1. I think he's got a great option here. Right. Throw that up there, Jose. Anyway, keep going, TJ.
No, you can keep rolling. I hit all my outrights. If you got some more, you can fire up.
All right, let's do it. So I got 3 more here, guys. We're going to go to the Canadian, as TJ was saying. I think he's got a great shot. That's Corey Connors. He's coming in at 28-1. Just super straight off the tee. Only issue, like we're saying, is going to be his putting, but you give the guy soft greens. He's also like a Canadian guy. Looking at this course, TJ, it's very similar to something up here in Canada. It looks like it's up in the woods, all tree line. That's what we have up here in Canada. Bent grass, that's what we have up here in Canada. So Mackenzie Hughes as well. I'll get to him in a second, but Corey Connors, I think he's got a great shot. He's used to these greens. They're not going to be super fast if it does play damp. So I think Connors has a great shot, 28-1. I believe it's down to 25 now. Shop around, you could find 28, but I hit those Monday, guys. Corey Connors, I think he's got a great shot. I didn't take him in any matchup bets, but I also have him in a top 10 here.
While you're looking at that, I took him at 25, but I also found him to medal at 10-1.
You like the medal, did you? That's one of your medals, eh? Okay.
Yeah, so I thought that was a good play on Connors. One of the things I heard from a good capper I follow is these angled greens based on pin placement. It's going to favor guys with higher ball flight, guys that can put it up and get it to stop. Like a Leishman, he's got a low flight. Reed's got a low flight. But when you bring in Connors, Morikawa, JT, those types of guys can hit it high, it's going to benefit them. So I really like Connors a lot.
Yeah, that's a very interesting point there. Yeah. Especially if they're playing so soft and they're so big, right. These guys are just going to throw it at the pin and just not even worry about it rolling off the green. So, yeah, we lost one of the clubs there. I like that look. I also have, sorry guys, top 10 on Cameron Smith. That's at plus 169 at Pinnacle. Great number. And Answer was also, as we said, top 10 plus 131. Moving on to the next one here is going to be Sungjae Im. Sungjae Im. He's got the old military service coming right up his arse if he doesn't place. And I feel bad for the Panda, TJ. He's a great guy. Seems like he's having a good time out there. Don't send poor Sungjae to the military. I think it's a year and a half as well. I don't know if he can come back from golf, but Siwoo Kim, nothing against Siwoo, but he's got a bit of a temperament when I've noticed him out there. And I don't know. I just think it might be too much pressure for Siwoo. While on the other hand, Sungjae Im, he's been just overall, guys, if you looked at what this guy's done, he plays so much golf. He's taken a bit of a break to get his game ready for this exact point. Same with Siwoo. They both missed out on the U.S. Open. Looking at Im's stats here, he's 14th in driving accuracy. I didn't know how good he was with the driver. 57 in three putts. Sand is not as great, 130, and then proximity to the hole from the rough, 82nd. Im, I really think he's going to show up here, TJ. It's a bit of a leap of faith, you could say, just because of how he's been playing. It's not been the greatest. He's always had that one round that's cost him. But that's another guy. You want to talk about high ball flight? Jesus Christ. Sungjae Im, he hits it a mile in the air. And when he's on his game, he sticks him. He's a really good ball striker. So I think Sungjae Im, I took him also to place there as a medal. Medal place at plus 750. On Sungjae Im, I think he gets first, second, third, get that PGA card for the rest of his next few years and not have to go to the military. I think Sungjae Im, guys, 28-1, top 10 plus 190 at Pinnacle. I love that bet. Also top 20. I took Sungjae Im top 20, TJ, minus 126.
Yeah, no, I don't hate it. My heart's with Sungjae. My heart's with Sungjae. I couldn't put any money behind it.
I know.
I'm rooting for him. I kind of like your to medal bet even better, because I do feel like if Sungjae or Siwoo get, up towards the top, they're going to want to hang on to third place because
exactly
they know medal and they don't go to the military. Guys, it's not just not serving 2 years in the military. Think of all that money they're losing out on the tour, and you're going to lose your form. I went in the military a scratch golfer. I came out. I'm in the mid 80s, low 80s now. So it's tough.
There you go. Yeah, no, absolutely. It's different. Like certain countries, I think it's Korea. There's a couple other ones, but they're in their prime. They're 20. I think Sungjae's 28 or 27, and then Siwoo I think is a little bit younger. So yeah, it'd be an awful thing to happen. So that's why I took plus 700 on them to medal. Sounding okay? Still sounding all right there, TJ?
Yeah, no, I hear you. You're good.
Okay, perfect. So we'll go on to the last one here, guys. 2, 4, 4. Yeah, we're going 100-1 here. 100-1. Sebastian Munoz. I'm taking a flyer on him. He's now 66-1, but I got him at 100-1. Top 20 plus 144, guys. Munoz is low key. He likes these type of tracks, these bent grass, tree line golf courses. Sorry, I'm just trying to look for my notes.
While you're looking, he's another guy that can stick it with the irons, man. When he's on, he's on. When he's bad, he's bad.
When he's bad, he's bad. Yeah.
But
He was Hamilton at the Hamilton Open here. Similar course. If I look at it, tree line, not much water, a lot of bunkers. He was T11 CJ Cup when it was over in. CJ Cup. He was 9th, and the Zozo 2020 he was T17. Just similar courses.
Yeah.
I just thought the number was out of sorts there, TJ, and getting him at plus 144, top 20. I think he's sneaky. Guy out of Columbia. He matches this track. He's got a Flex Seal everywhere. You can't miss him. He's a Flex Seal sponsor everywhere. Like it's in bold. So you'll see him out there. What's that?
He's making that money.
He definitely is. Hopefully they're paying him well because he's 66 to 1 now, guys. And like I said, plus 144 on Pinnacle for a top 20 on Sebastian Munoz. Don't sleep on him. That's all the looks there, guys. I have a couple first round matchup bets as well. I don't know if you have anything else there, TJ.
No, I mean, if I do have a couple exotics, just throw some lunch money on. I like Colin, Hideki, and Answer. If they finish in the top 3 any order, that pays 300 to 1. So I just thought that was fun.
You know what? Let me do one of those too. I like that. I'm gonna do. I'll look it up. Answer, Smith, and M. It's got to be M.
Oh yeah, that'll pay good. That'll be like 500 to 1.
Yeah. So there you go. That's my 3-pack. Oh yeah, guys. Cameron Smith. I also have to medal. I took 2 guys to medal. I took Smith as well. He was plus 700, so I got plus 650 and plus 700. Actually, it might be vice versa, but I think one of those 2 guys can place. We're gonna walk away with some profit there. So Sung J M and Cameron Smith to medal. My first round matchup bet's coming up here in about 3 hours.
Yeah.
Matthias Schwab, plus 140 over Arnus and Välimäki. Not too familiar with those guys, but I know how well Matthias Schwab's been, and I just believe he should be able to take care of business here at plus 140. Sebastian Munoz, my guy, he's one of the 3rd guys going off in this Olympics over Norlander and Hansen. He's plus 135. Just take down Norlander, which I think is very possible, and we should cash that ticket. 9:14 at night here, Eastern time. Cameron Smith over Hovland and Higo at plus 170. I'm not liking the way Higo's playing. I think he kind of bursted a little bit in the last couple of rounds where he won that tournament. I can't remember what it was, but he won the tournament. And Hovland, I'm not as high on Hovland as everyone else is. He does hit that high ball flight. It could help him coming into the greens, but I'm just not as high on him. I had him at the U.S. Open, and he didn't really show too much. Actually, he did. He showed something in the last round, but still, I'm fading him.
He likes to throw him back, so I think he might be partying a little bit this week.
Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, he does. Yeah. I don't think he's got a girlfriend either, so he's another guy that had the option to stay at the golf course, and he's like, no.
Yeah.
I got some ladies to meet. Last one's going to be Sung J M over Morikawa and McIlroy. Not too high on McIlroy, plus 260. Pretty much an M and Morikawa. I'll take that all day. So those are my 4 matchups, guys. Do you want to recap your plays there one more time before we go there, TJ?
Yeah, I got outrights on Morikawa, Hideki, Connors, and Mito. I got Morikawa to medal at plus 230 and Connors at plus 1,000. Mito a top 10, 4 to 1. And then first round, I got Casey over JT. And my big bet is Lowry over Reed. Guys, I'm going to throw in one more best bet, and I don't like what you just said about Schwab, so I'm kind of worried now. But I have Antoine Rosner, the Frenchman, over Matthias Schwab for the full tournament, not just first round.
I like it. That
pays plus 120. I've seen it on other sites minus 120, and I've seen it everywhere in between. So let me give you a couple reasons. One, the books are taking money on Rosner. He's 110 to win, and Schwab's 140. Schwab's coming off 2 missed cuts at the Open and the Scottish. Rosner made both those cuts. Rosner's won 2 of his last 16 starts. He's huge on approach, man. This guy can stick it. And
I remember him versus against DeChambeau. DeChambeau in that matchup. So this guy's used to this big pressure. I like that bet, TJ.
Yeah, man. And if you guys want to see the rest of my card, just a little plug. Hit me up on Twitter at TTJB32, and I always post my cards there, and I grade them, and anybody can call me out. I'll show you a ticket anytime.
That's right. No, absolutely, guys. Check TJ out. He posts everything down to a T on Excel, too. I love how you break it down in Excel. TJ makes it nice and easy for everyone to look at. I'll do my picks quickly here for you guys. You can kind of see it at the top left corner. Abraham Answer, 22 to 1. Cameron Smith, 25 to 1. Connors, 28. M, 28. And Munoz at 100 to 1. We also have top 10s on all of those guys, including, I didn't bring this one up yet, Mark Leishman. TJ did say he has got that low ball flight, but from what I'm seeing on my numbers here, it's a 3-putt avoidance. He's good. Driving accuracy is a little bit to be desired, but he's just like Smith, guys. These Australians know how to scramble. They know how to get it done around the greens, in my opinion. The way Leishman's playing, I see nothing wrong with him right now. And like I said, these Australians, Canadians, Americans are staying at the course. They're not actually down at Olympic Village. So I think that's going to help the Canadians and the Americans here. I'm pretty high on them. First round bets, like I said, Schwab, Munoz, Smith, and M. And our 72-hole bets here, 2 units on both of these ones, guys. Smith over Lowry and Answer over Lowry. Going to be interesting. I hope one of us is going to come out as a winner there. With me and TJ should be fun. M over Fleetwood, not high on Fleetwood this week. Love him. Xander over Morikawa, got 2 units on that one, plus 105. And then our guy Munoz over Thomas Dietrich at minus 112. You can find all those at Pinnacle, guys. Myself, Eagle47 on Twitter. That's going to be the back 9 for the Olympics coverage, guys. It's going to be going off in about 3 hours time, so get yourself ready to go.
USA, Morikawa, bring it home, baby.
Yeah, where's my Canada hat? I got the.
I'll be happy with Canada too.
Let's go Connors. But anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. It was great having TJ on. We'll have him on again hopefully next week, and we'll be right back here with you guys Friday. And Mikey P, we're looking at Mikey P possibly joining. So we'll see you guys then. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Cheers.
Thanks, guys. Good luck.